little background, she loves Culver's, though I didn't know it at the time, but Peter and I were eating lunch at Culver's when he had mentioned her name to me about considering whether or not she would be somebody I'd be interested in and talking to. And I said, yeah, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna Facebook her real quick, and if she accepts my friend request, we're in. And so sure enough, she did right then and there. It didn't even take 10 seconds, I don't think. It was send and then replied immediately. It was kind of crazy.
So yeah, I got this Facebook message from this gentleman that just friend requested me on Facebook, and I was thinking, if he wants to talk to me, he just talk to me in person.
Yeah.
And then he came up to me at church that weekend.
And I walk up and I'm just kind of like, hey. And she was like, hey, back. And then I made kind of a little bit of a fool of myself. I was kneeling on some chairs, and in the midst of talking to her, the chairs parted like the Red Sea. And when Moses said, you know, thus saith the Lord, I hit the floor. And I bounce up, I kind of looked around, she's like, yep, I saw that, but don't worry, your secret's safe with me. And eventually I asked her to go to coffee, and she said yes. And at that night, whenever we went to go get coffee, I basically just word volcanoed all over her my entire life so that there was nothing hidden. And
yep, sure did.
keep in mind that, you know, this has been after years of God polishing, shaping, refining me to get here.
I was definitely taken aback by all the skeletons in the closet he laid out to me on the first day, but I was so thankful for it, because then I just really, it was like the first time I could just be myself around somebody and not have to put on an act to try to see if he'll like me and whatnot. I could just be myself. And
she's not anyone else I've ever run into. Like, I've been very specific in my prayer life. I ask God definitely for a Proverbs 31 woman, and if you don't know, for you gentlemen, what that means, please look it up. Proverbs chapter 31. And then I think the overarching for me that really sealed the deal was what you had said earlier about just being me. I can be me. There isn't this sense of you know, being rejected because I wasn't me, or they didn't really know the real me. It's like she coming into it just literally had to find everything out. I'm not gonna fake it till I make it with her. I've already made it, and I'm gonna continue to make it.
Anything from a really hard discussion that we had to have together, the peace that came afterwards, and then just as simple as, you know, what restaurant we want to go and eat at. Like, I'm really craving something that we don't normally go to, and he says, hey, you want to go eat so-and-so? And I'm like, yes, I do. How did you know? So it's just been, yeah, from the smallest things to some more serious topics that needed to happen. God's just been in it through all of it.
I think it's beautiful how in the work of salvation that God actually pursues people. The man in the picture type of how God pursues us for salvation through Christ is in the same manner pursuing the woman that has been put before him. It's more permanent than what I believe the world's view of marriage is about. There's no longer this idea of dating until something better comes along. She is the best I will ever have that will ever come along. Just like our example in Christ, He's the perfect sacrifice for us, and there's nothing better, no other religion, no other system. There's nothing better in this world to get a relationship back to God than through Jesus Christ. So I just want to thank everybody that came here today. Enjoy yourselves. The reception is now for you guys. Our part is done. We are married. We're starting our life together, and I just want to thank each and every one of you for coming out today and joining us and being a part of this celebration and ceremony. And if you don't get enough to eat, it's your fault. We hopefully have provided enough food for you. And if you don't get enough dancing, again, that's your fault, because there's going to be plenty of dancing. So we love all of you. Thank you all for coming, and we'll try to get some thank you cards back out to you as we can in the near future.